Hey, what is up guys? Jeremy here and welcome back to another video. So a lot of people ask me, how do I make my status bar clock look like that? How do I get the date in my status bar? A lot of people ask me that question all the time, so I figured I'd make a dedicated video for covering how I format the clock within my status bar. There's a lot of different ways to do it. There's a lot of tweaks within Cydia that I believe allow you to put the date in the status bar. I believe there's even a tweak called a date in status bar. But the thing I don't like about that is there's not much customization involved in terms of formatting it yourself. But the tweak I'm using is called HotDog. So we'll go ahead and jump into settings here, go into tweaks, and I'll scroll down to HotDog. Now with this tweak, you can do a lot of different stuff to your device. It's not just for the status bar clock. So that's all I'm covering in this video is just how I format my clock. But like I said, with this tweak, there's a whole array of other stuff you can basically adjust on your device. So do keep that in mind. There's much more you can do with this tweak than just format your clock. But if we go into the status bar section, as you guys can see, this is where you're going to format your clock. Now, what's cool about this is you can basically make your clock in your status bar look any way you want with all of these different formatting options. So as you can see, the status clock format is right here. This is basically where you input text, and depending on what text you put in, it's going to change the way your clock looks. Now below that, you can see there's status clock format. This is basically a guideline to all the different kind of, I guess, little code you could put into the format, which will change, the clock. You can have it so there's AM or PM, or you don't have to have that if you don't want to. You can even add seconds to the clock as well. You can have the weekday shown like I do. I have mine just the shortened version of the weekday. As you can see, it's actually Friday, but it just says Fry. It's just the three-lettered, weekday instead of the full name, which isn't really needed in my opinion. You also do have the day of the month. You have the month. You can have the year in your status bar. You can have it be 12-hour or 24-hour, depending on what your preference is. The minutes there, you have the option to have, it just an M where it shows 4, or MM would be 04, so like 704. There's a lot of different stuff you can do with this. There's an example below it that shows what it looks like. So it's pretty much just a text input, and between these, these format codes, I put a space and then a dash, space, and then the next format, just to give it a little bit of spacing. It's a little bit easier to read, but of course, with it being a text input, you basically can put whatever you want within here. So if I want to like a straight up line, just like so, instead of a dash, I can do that as well, which gives it a pretty cool effect. My preference is just having the dash, not the underscore. Switch back here to the dash, swipe over to there, put the dash back in. So, it's just E, space, dash, space, and then we got the month and the day, space, dash, space, hour, and minutes. So like I said, with this tweak, it allows you to completely format your status bar clock and date any way you want, which I really do like. So that's pretty much how I do it. That's how I have mine set up currently for this. Of course, you guys can customize this to your liking to look any way you want, but that's just how I personally have my clock and my status bar set up. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot here at the channel. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.